Hey everybody, it is Rolly and welcome back to another Chatting with Wisdom. And today we are going to be dealing with the daily self challenge day 10 that was supposed to happen yesterday. So this is like the reason why I created this challenge is because this is the worst time in terms of managing some self-care time and some self-love time. Making sure that I'm taking care of me is a little bit more challenging during this time. And so today is yesterday's challenge is what I'm going to be sharing about. So how to participate in the self-love challenge is to complete the challenge of the day, share your experience on social media using hashtag self-love challenge, and then tag the Power of Self-Love 7th Annual Women Inspiring Women Conference, and invite your friends to join the challenge. And so we really want to be able to know how you guys are doing. And that's why I'm also jumping on. So I am not just being here in the background, just posting things and just saying like, hey, go for it, do all these things, and I'm doing nothing. And so yesterday I did nothing when it came to the self-love challenge, but I was in the middle of trying to get something finished up. But part of my self-love yesterday was making sure that I got to still spend time with my grandson. So because of the storm on Wednesday, I didn't get to go and spend time with him. So then that shifted to yesterday. And so that time was his, with the exception of having to do a couple of work things. But for the most part, that was like just being able to spend time with him and chatting with Brooklyn, and her mom was there as well. And so by the time that I got back, made dinner, did the things that I needed to do that way, I was like full bore into getting things done for the conference. So like there was lots of things that still needed to do. There is still lots of things that we need to do. And so we're making a list of all the things as they're coming up and making sure that we're not missing anything. Because there's going to be tech things. There's going to be things like, so I got an email this morning, for example, that said, hey, it's not working. I'm not able to get in there. And so then that's added to the list. That'll be one of the things that I'll be working on today. But the other part of my list this morning, was making sure that the promotional post was actually gone up with the details of each one of the speakers. So like it's not just a quick thing. It takes a little bit of time to get all those things done and posted, and social media posts are amazing when we're looking at them. It's like, oh, look at that, so-and-so posted the post, but it's a lot of work to get all those things in. And so it was really important to me to be able to identify each one of the speakers in that post. I could have just had like the whole group of posts saying like, hey, come and join us, but I really want to be able to feature who the speakers are. And so if you haven't yet seen it, you definitely want to be able to go over and see it. One of the things that I was working on yesterday was doing those posts, but also when the posts were done, I last minute, right before bed, in the final hour of day, I decided to take all of those images and turn them into a little video, which is what I shared last night. And then today was the actual post with all the descriptions of each one of the speakers. And yeah, so like it's my self-love. As part of the self-love challenge, it might be a little bit more challenging for me to be able to do the things. But one of the things that I haven't been able to do in terms of the self-love challenge was, I had already said, and I can't remember which day it was, but the one where to be able to get out in nature. Today is mild, today is warm, today is going to be the time that I get to go and just stand in the sun and stand and be rooted, whether I go for a walk or I just take the time in under the trees. Whatever it is that I'm going to do today is going to be that connecting with nature, so that I can refocus and reground and really do that. And so that is my task. So I'm hoping to go for a walk, but we're going to see how that goes, because I have a couple of errands that I need to run. So it all kind of depends on that, but I will definitely, no matter what, be able to take the time to just stand and ground. So going back to today's challenge, or technically yesterday's challenge, so for day 10, the challenge was movement meditation. And so the challenge benefit is reduce stress, increase flexibility, and promote overall well-being through gentle movements and mindfulness. And so one of the ways that I'm going to be doing that later today is doing chakra dance. So I'm actually going to, I haven't done that in a while. I haven't really connected that way and really restored and rebalanced and checked in to see where things are. And so later tonight, that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing, is getting into my PJs and coming into my space here and just doing the movement meditation. So chakra dance is amazing. So there is so the challenge is practice a mindful movement activity like yoga, tai chi, or dancing. And so I could do any one of those things. And the dancing part is something that I do often, but it's not mindful. It's just crank up the tunes and just dance. And so when I'm working at my desk today, there will be a lot of music blaring from my office, and it's just so that I can just kind of tap in. And so then I do those involuntary movements, but with chakra dance, it will be very intentional. So as I'm closing off my day and calling it quits, then that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing, is just taking some time as part of my meditation practice tonight. That will be a chakra dance meditation that I will be doing. And so, so although that was yesterday's challenge, that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing today. And so I will be coming back on to talk about today's challenge, so day 11's challenge. And so that, so I'll jump back on at some point tonight to be able to share that, because I don't want to blend the two together. But I will jump on to talk about the challenge for today. And I will see you guys all soon. And I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. And I'm really hoping that you guys are doing this self-love challenge with me. Even if you're not doing it on the day of, I invite you to still go ahead and just take the time to be able to just practice some self-love, love yourself, love on yourself, because if you can, then it's easier to be able to love on others. And so we need to give ourselves a lot more, which is what the whole theme of the conference is the power of self-love, and really being able to jump into the things that we need to do, which is, like I said, that's the reason why things were just really chaotic leading into, so technically it would be 11 days ago. And it was like, I'm just going to go ahead and do this challenge and invite others to join me. And so that's how this was born. So I'm really hoping that you will accept my challenge, and whether you do them certain days spontaneously, or you go back from day one and you start them again, or you start from where we are today and move down to day 18 and then come back again to day one, like however you want to do it, it really doesn't matter. Even if you're just picking and choosing which one is it that I'm going to do. So it at least is something versus nothing. So that's my challenge to you. That is my request for you. And I hope that you will join me on this challenge. And yeah, so looking forward to seeing some more of the responses from people who have been sharing. And I have been enjoying reading and looking out for the challenges. Some of them I can't read because they are set as they're not as a friend request, or like I'm not friends with people, so it's on private. So, but I can see that there are shares, that I can see that there are the hashtags. I just can't see the details of them. So that's one of the things that that is good, because that means it's still happening, but it's bad that I don't get to see what people's responses are. So if you are posting, I invite you to do to make it public so that I can read them, because I would love to be able to read them. But again, some people are not as open as I am in terms of what's happening and what's going on. So I will respect whatever decision that you make. But I do love to see that people are tagging the Power of Self-Love, the event page, and being able to and sharing their hashtag self-love challenge. So anyway, on that note, I will see all of you guys later, and I will talk soon. Bye for now.